Hi, good morning, beautiful peeps out there. I'm going to take a little veer off for Tantric Tuesdays this week. I know we're going to finish up energy, and I've got some good stuff there, but we'll get back to that next week. Something's really happening in the world today, in the Western world. In the United States, there's a huge legal shift that's happening that I think has finally hit the maximum tipping point to actually come into fruition for us, that in terms of sex and sexuality, that is beautiful and amazing. 10th Circuit just made a decision about women's breasts and about toplessness in public and about this dichotomy that we've got to get beyond and push through about women's most beautiful, sexually transformative. This is our engine, our heart center, our fire, piece of us that has been stifled and pushed down and made less than and distorted through negative messages from the media, from society. And it's so cool to think that we actually are going to live in a time where maybe, just maybe, we can start to see a shift and a change in this area. And everyone's freaking out right now thinking, oh my God, women are going to run. There's going to be areolas and nipples in the streets. Oh my God. You know what? I don't let it happen. Like, we need to smack that pendulum the other way a little bit. But it's not going to happen. Hello, that is not going to happen. We have sat in a slumber underneath the weight, the heavy anvil of women's breasts are naughty, women's breasts are shameful, women's breasts will invoke madness in men. We have been under that anvil of that bullshit for so long that when the lid comes off, it's going to look like a tiny change occurred. But 20 years from now, when you look at your daughters and your granddaughters, you will see them, instead of you and your mother hunched over if you have big breasts because you're hiding them, or if you're a strong, intelligent female attorney walking into a courtroom with more experience than your male counterpart, walking in with power and strength and femininity. We have for too long in this world, everywhere in this world, taught women that to be strong and to get ahead and to be equal to men. We couldn't use this at all as a tool, but yet we're totally judged by our breasts, by our bodies, by these things. But in order to get ahead, we can't be feminine, we can't be soft, we can't be sexy, we can't own that feminine beauty. We're picking up bad habits, masculine yang habits, and how to get ahead, instead of using our natural yin, softer energy to slip through like water. It's like water. You slip through and find different solutions and softer places that actually benefit more people than a yang hard approach. And we're so missing out on the possibilities right now, and we don't fucking have the time to sit still any longer and allow it to keep happening, to allow us to keep making those decisions that are pushing us in that direction where we know environmentally, population-wise, general health-wise, third world problems-wise. And that's why I'm so excited about this change in masculine and feminine. It's finally our legislators, finally society, finally those fears are going to start to slowly get stripped away. That my breasts are just as powerful and profound and important and benign once we get over the sensationalism of it as a man's. That this part of women's body that they've had to hide and stifle and cut up and change and make look different. There's so many facets to this topic that it just is hard to even cover. I was listening to a podcast yesterday on Big Tit Energy, Kim Manami, and she was talking with a guest on there, and the guest said something and it just smacked me so hard. And it was something to the effect of, I don't know how to own that beauty. It's like women are afraid to be beautiful, to feel beautiful, to step into that beauty and to step into that femininity and to own it in a way that's not arrogant, but in a way that's so natural, in a way that allows it to come from the inside out, and in a way that says, I'm not ashamed of my breasts. I'm not ashamed of their size. I'm not ashamed to not wear a bra in public. I'm not ashamed to not live up to your stupid fucking morals and values and social mores. I am beautiful. It's so hard for women to own that without getting judged for it or getting told that they shouldn't use that. That's a cheating tool. It will get them ahead in business, and they shouldn't slip into their feminine qualities. It's like you've shut down and encapsulated this whole part of us, and it is now opening up in beautiful, amazing ways. And I can't wait to see the change in the byproduct, and the change that will come from it won't just help women and girls and young women. It's going to help men. Men don't know how to act. We've literally cut off and shut off a huge part of who we are. How does that not affect us, which affects them, and just ripples out from there? Men don't know whether they're coming or going, and we're so frustrated, and we have had this stifling on us for so long that it's coming out in ways that are dysfunctional in our relationships with men, in our connection with men. How can we connect to another human being at the most vulnerable, intimate level if we've shut off a part of our sexuality, our femininity, like our breasts, and then we expect everything to be, balanced, and we want to find a healthy relationship and have a healthy sex life. That's just silly. So I'm super excited about this. Another little side note I will say about this, I'm really excited that this came through Colorado and not Utah, because I live in Utah, and what we do, our stupid legislators do, is waste a lot of our tax-paying monies. We had a bill about gay rights that they fought and paid all of this tax money towards, which we didn't even want them to, which was a waste. This is an example of this Yang society. Oh, we have this law, we're gonna take it all the way up to the Supreme Court, and if we're gonna be told no, that we can't have gay rights, then it's gonna be the Supreme Court that tells us. And that's what I love about Colorado, is they hit that circuit court and they were just protecting their state's rights, and they said, you know what, we're done. We're not going to keep wasting money. This is a stupid thing to fight, and we're not going to win, so let's just lay it down. And Utah does that with so many things. We're in a fight right now with marijuana, where the citizens have actually voted it in and said this is what we want. And so, of course, they take it on and make all these rules and laws that are going to push us up and waste all this money. This is the Yang. This is the fuck you. Fuck you. We're going to keep going this way because we think this is right. We're going to keep pushing these laws that are trash, that our citizens don't want, that we're so afraid to change. Well, the fear's taken out of your hands now, so you can let it go. And we can all start learning to love, especially women, to love our bodies. This is our heart center. This is a huge component to sexuality. Breasts are an erogenous zone that allow us to feel loved, allow us to pour that energy through the rest of our body, and in turn into our lovers, into the men in our life, to feed them some of that yin energy, some of that love, some of that. We're missing that. We're lopsided. We're so lopsided. But the cool thing is, it's changing. This is a dichotomy that's changing. So this is an epic time to be alive and to be a part of this world and to get to play in this world for a little bit of time, you guys. We have the capacity for change right now. We have so much capacity for joy and love and change and connection, and to fix so many of our problems in this world. So let's do it. Let's be up to the challenge. Let's, feed our hearts and our desires and our energy so it can bleed out into the rest of the world, to fix those problems, to fill in those holes, to heal and mend our mothers that had so many, so much depression, so much shame around this, gets passed down generation. It's time to break out of that. It's just time to let it go. Just fucking fucking let it go and move right on past it into some land and space that is so much richer. So thanks for joining me today, you guys. Namaste.